Hello and welcome everyone. I am Linda Israel and thank you so very much for being here at my live stream on YouTube. I go live every Monday at 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time unless I'm on vacation or something else comes up, but generally I'm live or I have a premiere video that you can come and watch. If you're watching this as a replay after the live stream has ended and you're on a computer, you can look for the little gear at the bottom of the screen and change the speed. If you're on a mobile device, generally the three little dots at the top, you can use those to change the playback speed to get through it a little faster, because generally my live streams last around 2 to 2.5 hours. I want to thank Robin for being my moderator and administrator and note taker throughout the live stream. She is generally my one right-hand woman, if you will, and I am so thankful to have her. She also is an administrator of the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. Occasionally, if she's not available, one of the other administrators will come over and help me, or a friend will help me moderate the video today. If you have questions, please feel free to put those in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those questions. If I don't see it, please ask again. Or if you know the answer to somebody's question, please answer it. Hey, if you have a YouTube channel, please feel free to share with us by saying, hey, I have a YouTube channel and this is what I do on it. You won't be able to share a link, but you can at least talk about your YouTube channel. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you are having a great day, let us know. But honestly, we don't want the negative, what is going on in the world right now, because we are here to escape that, to be inspired, to be friendly, and have some fun. During the live stream, you have an opportunity to earn junk bucks. You can type !bucks to see how many that you have once Junkie Joe is up, because this is preliminary and I've pre-recorded this. Once you have 2,000 junk bucks, you can redeem those by typing a ward and you can get a $10 off coupon to my shop. How do you earn junk bucks? Just by being here, chatting with us. So make sure that you speak up in the chat so that Junkie Joe registers that you're here, and by playing the in-chat games, and then also whenever you make donations. Occasionally I have raffles. In fact, right now there should be Junkie Joe coming up. You can type !raffle just as that says, and you can enter the raffle to win 200 junk bucks. If you make a donation during my live stream, do go over to my website at lindaisrael.com. You can see the name scrolling across the bottom here, and create a user account. Once you've created a user account on my website, make sure that you use the contact me form and say, hey, my name is on YouTube and I donated, and then I can get you added to the YouTube donator membership on my website. What does that do? Well, a member of my website in the YouTube donator membership gets 5% off orders in my shop, gets several digital downloads for free, and during the live stream when you donate, you get a chance to win the journal that I raffle off at the very end. Throughout the live stream, I will have different raffles giving away prizes. If you will type !raffle when you see those come up, then you can have a chance to win those items. We're going to get started here in just a moment. Thank you so much for being here today. When the video is over, come back and leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about today's video, or if you have questions and you're watching this as a replay, use that comment section down below. Also, look in the description box to links to the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group, as well as by Linda Israel, my Instagram, Twitter, my website, and generally I try to update the products that I use, and those links are in the description box as well. All right, well, let's get started.
I think we're live. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. So glad to have you here. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. I'm hoping that I have fixed the issue with the sound, that I don't sound like I'm down in a well. Hey, Ruby, Lily, Terry, Robin, Norma, Giovanna. Who else did I see? Ada. Hey, 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 hey. So glad to have you here. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Julie. Did I miss anybody? That if you're here, speak up in the chat so I know that you're here. By the way, I really appreciate each and every one of y'all being here, taking the time to hang out with me. Thank you so very much for spending time with me. And if you're enjoying this, I'll just please share it with others. Give this video a thumbs up. Hey, Cricket. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Cricket. Well, I do my lives a little different probably than some others, but we're going to make a journal today. I've got a few pages out here. We'll play some in-chat games. You'll see those coming up, Cricket. If you have any questions, put it all caps. I'll do my best to answer it. Again, I said in the intro, if you know the answer, then you can answer. All right, so we're working with, or I say we, it's me. I'm doing all the stuff. Y'all are just watching. I have the Under the Sea large journal kit. In the large journal kit, you get 2 covers. You get 8 pages, those are 2-sided, and you get 6 pages of fussy cut elements that you can cut up and use in your journal. So I'm doing something a little bit different today. I decided that I wanted to make a multi-signature journal. I've pre-made the outer cover, and I hope you like what I did. I have a tutorial that I recorded today, so I've got to get it edited. But basically, I took some of the pages and I printed it twice, and then I tore it and I laminated it. I added some glittery fabric in there, some of Robin's favorite cheesecloth, and I made this cover. It even used some paper sack around the edge. So be on the lookout for that tutorial soon. So I wanted to have a wider spine than a normal journal. I wanted to have at least 2 signatures. So I took the cover of the one of the 2 that comes in the kit, and I cut it in half. Okay, so cut that in half, 8.5 by 11, cut in half. And then I took some scrapbook cardstock that I have in my stash, and I cut it to be 6 inches by 8.5 inches. I scored a 1/2 inch, and then I glued that piece onto the cardstock. So what this did then is it created my first signature outer piece that I want to use. And then this will be my second signature outer piece. And I did it this way because this will be the first page you see when you open the journal, and this will be the last page you'll see when you open this journal cover. Are you following me? Am I totally confusing you? Well, just stick around. Maybe I can do better. So you see there? So those will come up at the first. All right. So since I've done that part, I started by adding some decoration to it. I had some scraps here, so I made some pockets. I haven't put anything on the inside of this page, and I also made a pocket out of one of the kit elements, and I used some scrapbook paper, and I was just playing around with ideas. So another way to use up your scrapbook paper, I cut this into an 8 by 10 piece, folded it in half, rounded the corners, and I picked this purple because there's some purples throughout the kit. And I thought, well, this is thin paper. It's perfect for additional writing space. And then I have a journal card here. So let's decorate these parts of our journal. And then I have some other elements as well that we'll be adding. How is everybody? Are you good? I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The large journal kit is separate. Oh, well, thank you so very much, Cricket. Thank you so very much. No, this is not the kit that comes in the subscription box. If you want the add-on journal kit, you can modify your current subscription to add it as digital or printed or both. or you can buy it separately completely as a digital download, as a virtual subscription, or as a physical printed kit. Make sense? Hey, Eric, so glad to have you here. All right, so what do we want to put on the inside? So this is going to be the inside back cover. This will be the inside front cover of our signatures in the beginning. I have a few elements left over. I just see, you know, I have this lobster paper. Maybe those would make some interesting pockets. And I know I have some more blank journal cards. So here's a couple more blank journal cards. And then let's grab, you know, I didn't do a lot of stamping this time, but I do have some images, so maybe those could be on the journal cards. So what if we were to make some pockets out of this piece that was left over? So I'm going to get my paper trimmer out, and this is 12 inches. I think that what I want it to be is 5¼ inches. So I'm just going to trim that to be 5¼ It doesn't need to be this wide, but I could make a gusset on the bottom. I probably should have saved this other piece, but you know what? We do what we do. So I'm going to score that at 1/2 inch. So that'll give us the full depth of our pocket. And you know, while I'm at it, I'll just score across here. This was just some scrapbook paper that I got, I don't know, a couple of years ago. So what if we were to put that on our page? We've got this guy, we've got this guy. We're going to put those together like that. Sometimes I plan every aspect of a journal before we get on the live, and sometimes I leave a few of the elements and pages to be randomized when I get here. All right, thank you, Robin, for being my administrator of my chat, and of course in the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. I greatly appreciate you. I'm going to put a little bit of glue across here. That's going to be my top leading edge. And I think what I want to do is put some distress inks around this. I think also maybe what we'll do is go over to the sewing machine and add some stitches. So I'll get out the sewing lamb. Thank you, Giovanna, for that. Okay, so I added those. Let's go over here to the sewing machine, and what I'll do is stitch around this outside edge. They'll just give us a whole little decorative element to our pocket that will fit. Did I make this one? What's it say? Okay. Isn't the seal kind of cute? That's in the kit. So I think those will be pretty. I'll stamp maybe and stencil on the journaling card. All right, let's go over here to the sewing machine. So I have a regular sewing machine. I have it set up with regular thread. I have it set with a zigzag stitch. If you are using your sewing machine, just make sure that when you sew, you're going over dry glue. Also use relatively new thread, not thread that's been in your stash for eons and eons, because old thread has a tendency to break in the tension of the sewing machine, and it's frustrating whenever you're sewing to have a bunch of breaking threads. So that's a way to do this. How many of y'all have seen the challenge with the pocket envelope that I made that's going for the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group for June? I uploaded that. I was late, I know, a couple of days. It's this whole year, maybe actually these past 2 years, has just been so weird, and things aren't coming together like I want them to. So it's taking me some time. Anyhow, I was behind. I got it done. The tutorial is up there ready for you to go take a look, be inspired, and then create your own little pocket envelope that you can put in or share with the junk journal or put junk journal supplies in it. All right. I think that's what we want to do. Let's go back over here. All righty. I need a drink. All right, so we're getting this guy, and we got this guy. I think what we should do with these journal cards is let's put some glimmer mist on them. I think I'll go ahead and glue down this pocket. So I'm just going to put glue on the bottom and across the sides, and then position that right inside here. So this is a great way if you get the subscription box and you really wanted 2 journals. Well, you can cut that cover apart and split it, add some more of your own paper to it to make it fit your needs. Lunch for one. Eating lunch, yum, yum, yum. So glad that y'all are here. Did y'all have a good weekend? I've been really busy. Yeah, the shimmery, the metallic, it is tulip dimensional fabric paint, Cricket. And so what I do is I squeeze some out and then I use a paintbrush and just go over it. And what I love about this is it doesn't rub off. So you get the effect of glitter, but you don't end up with glitter all over you. That's kind of handy. All right, so I'm letting that dry. And I think what I want to do is get out my box and set this in here. These are, I think, 4x6 journal cards that I had cut out of some linen cardstock a while back. I'm getting some of the colors from the Under the Sea collection. All right, not that one. All right, so I've got Waves that comes in the add-on kit, Ocean that comes in the add-on kit as I throw them around, and Under the Sea Deep. So I'm going to shake these up. And then I also have Under the Sea, which is a different shade of blue. It may not look different on camera, but they are different colors. All right, so let's shake these up. Of course, it would help if I would keep the lids on. So you want to shake these side to side to get that mica that might be in the bottom, like this one's showing that mica in the bottom. All right, so I'm just shaking them up. All right, so I'm going to start with the deep and just add a couple of spritz. And then this is Waves. And this one is Ocean. They're just all different shades of blue, and I just thought they were really pretty. And this is Under the Sea that comes in the subscription box. So now that we have that, let's come back and dry these. And I think we want to get some rubber stamps out. So I'm grabbing a scrap of paper here. Let the paper hit the floor. Now you want your paper dry before you stamp over it, because wet ink on a wet paper doesn't want to stick. I hope you recovered, Eric. I didn't see it. If you had surgery or did you have an accident, I hope you're okay. Sick with, where is it? I don't even see it now. Where are you? Oh, I spent Saturday at hospital. Food poisoning. Oh, yucky. Food poisoning is awful. We ate, and if you come to Yukon, do not eat at the Taco Bueno, because we ate there, and apparently they had not changed the grease for frying their tortilla chips or tortilla shells or something, because I got really sick. And that was not any fun. All right, so I got some archival ink. I've got my Under the Sea rubber stamps. Oh, thank you, Margie. Thank you, Robin, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And by the way, if you make a donation during my live stream, make sure you go over to my website at lindaisrael.com if you haven't already. Create a user account, and then make sure you send me a message through the contact me that says, hey, I'm so-and-so. I donated on YouTube, and I'll get you added to my donator membership, which gives you a discount on items in my shop, as well as you get some free digital downloads, and you get a chance during the live stream when you donate to win the journal that I have created. All right, so I want to put these guys up here. And I think what I want to do is put some seaweed and coral at the bottom. So I've got a little coral. We'll just kind of stamp them both at the same time. I've got some seaweed here. So I'll kind of come up in the middle. I've got a different piece of coral. All right. Kind of add that in. And then I've got one more different little seaweed that I'll add. It just kind of adds a little bit across the bottom there. All right, so let's add our little guys. Let's put all this away. Put it back where it belongs. If you didn't know, I will get all the images lined up, scan it if it's stamped images. If it's my images, I can do it digitally. I reverse the image so that they're on both sides, and then I laminate this, and it makes it easier for me to see my stash of rubber stamps. Earlier, what is this called? Sprayed cheesecloth. So I'm going to get a little piece of that. And let's go over here like that. Kind of give him a little texture behind him. I kind of like that. All right, my journal card is curling because it's still wet. It's not super thick. If you like super thick paper, you can double up. You can use the heavier cardstock. I buy I think it's 60-pound linen cardstock to put in my printer because it doesn't like the super thick. Thank you, Eric, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, what the challenge is that? Exactly. I still want to do it. I got to do it. Put that one down. So I'm just putting a little bit of Lean's tacky glue down first, and then I'll lay my little piece of cheesecloth that is Robin's favorite on top. I think we need some rubber stamped words on here. How am I doing on time? It's 4 o'clock. You know what I didn't get made is a rubber stamp that says ocean by itself, and there was another word, so I've got to get those made. I don't know. Do we want the sentiment always dream big, like up here at the top? And then I have the sea is calling and I must go. I think I like those. I stamp them on strips of paper. I save the strips. I got a whole stack of them here, in fact. So whenever I cut pieces of paper off, I save these little strips, and then I'll stamp on them, like on this day. I think I like those. What do you think? Oh, thank you, Nadine. Thank you so very much. Cheesecloth. More cheesecloth. Oh, dear. Okay. I think that's what I want. You just kind of put that on there. You like all the cheesecloth, Eric? I forget to use it sometimes. So because of the theme of this journal, I thought it kind of just reminded me of a little bit of ocean texture, not necessarily a net like we're trying to trap a creature, but just texture is all I was going for. Okay, I like that. Kind of put my block on there for a moment. So the Sea is Calling is a single rubber stamp, and then Always Dream Big is from the Dream Big Quartet. There's 4 different sayings in that set. Okay. So I think we're going to put this guy right here. That kind of gives him a little something there, right? There has to be something else one could use, Robin says. Well, it's inexpensive to get. I like it. I don't know. I have here's my new signpost stamp. I stamped, or actually I printed them because I can't afford to make every single stamp a sample, but I think I'm going to be making this one in my next batch. And I think I'll just glue that here, and I won't write anything or stamp. That way, whoever gets this, they can put whatever they want on top of there. And I happen to have, oh here, I've got a little starfish. And you know what? Because it's your favorite and I still have a little bit left, I'm going to grab a little piece of cheesecloth. It kind of reminds me of some coral. That's, what is that, fan leaf coral? That kind of has that waffle, open, airy looking look to it. Okay, I like that. Just adding a little bit there. All right, just for Robin, because I know she's going to say it, I'm going to find some little bling because I haven't used any. And this is that, they're stuck in a little line, and so I cut apart. Well, I got 2 of them. Got one to stick down. There we go. Let me put one right here. These are teeny tiny, so they really shouldn't stick out on the page too much. And I think I'm going to get one more. All right, if I don't get this journal done today, it's because I got excited about embellishing. Maybe we'll do a whole strip over here like this. Looky, I added bling. Oh my goodness. Bling makes up for the cheesecloth. Okay. Let's do a little strip over here. Like this. There, I added some bling. So we've got glitter on here. We've got some bling. I think for now, I'm not going to do anything complicated with this page. And I want to put something on here, so let's quickly find a thing. Oh, I have this walrus. I mean, not walrus. That's a manatee. That's a manatee. Oh, I wonder how she would look. Do we like that look with her on that purple background? I think so. And I think we could put, oh, I've got this pretty journal word. How about that? All right, so let's do something with the manatee. I think this time I'm going to grab some Distress Oxide. Put it down, just so that everything's not the same thing every page. And I'm just going to add some texture. All right, so I got Blueprint Sketch, and I think I'll grab Mermaid Lagoon and do the same thing, just kind of adding a little bit of color to my card. Okay, I like that. I have out here, you know, I have Dazzling Diamonds Tattered Angel, And I love how it just adds a little bit of shimmer, but it won't change the color of the Distress Oxide. Oh, well, I didn't clean it the last time. So this nozzle was dirty, so I sprayed it with a little bit of alcohol, and I'm going to wipe it off and see. Nope. And then if that doesn't work, sometimes I have to poke the spray hole. And if that doesn't work, we give up because I don't have extra sprayers in my room. Ah, good. I got it. So there was 2 ways to clean out the sprayer if it gets clogged on your Tattered Angels. And if you can't get it, you can soak it in warm water. Usually that will blow it out. And if that still doesn't work, I have replacement sprayers in my shop. You love all the different mermaids? Aren't they cute? I picked, man, I spent hours looking at images, trying to come up with things that I thought would look good together. And I have a little, like a thing that I could save them to. So I kept saving them. Oh, I meant to keep this. I kept saving them. And finally I said, okay, here we go. This is what we're going to work with. And Norella's like, oh, I thought it was going to be more beach, and I don't like the beach. She lives right by the ocean, but she does not like the beach. All right, so I think it's called water, so it looks like watermarks. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stamp it. Just a little bit. So that when we put our little guy, doesn't it look like then he's in the water? Cute! And then I have tiny bubbles. It's a little rubber stamp. So we're going to stamp it. So now he's got bubbles all around him. I think it's stinking cute. Let's see. Adventure under the sea. Let's put that saying with him. And let's see if I have any cheesecloth left. All right, let me find one of my little strips of paper. So I got a little strip here. Make sure it doesn't have anything on one side or the other. Get my stamp right side up, and I just kind of line it up. These are small text stamps. I like the ability to stamp my own little sentiments. There are tons of digitals out there if you prefer to print them, but I like being able to use this scrap that would have normally gone in the trash. Aren't the tiny bubbles cute? Okay, let's add some Distress inks. Just so we have a different look. I have some scraps of paper here. I know, because I've been working off of them, but maybe I finally used them all. Oh, here's one. There we go. I have a tutorial that I have edited the video, but I have not written a blog post yet to go with it on using these strips of paper for a way to make embellishments for your junk journal. I just got to get the blog post written. That requires me to sit down at my computer for more than 10 minutes. Who wants to do that? I have other things I want to do. All right, I have a little piece of this cheesecloth still left. So I think what I'll do is just so I have just a little bit in case I need it later, I'm saving a little piece. All right, let's smooth out my card a little bit. So if I put the cheesecloth kind of in the middle and then put him down so that the cheesecloth's coming out, and then put Adventure Under the Sea down below. You use them to fill your garbage can? Well, that's okay. I mean, hey, more power to you. I'm just trying to use as much of this junk as I can. And now there are pieces that I do throw away. I don't know why I put glue on that right now. I do throw some things away. My little trash bin, I throw, pieces of scrappy scraps and something that maybe got gross because something spilled on it or glue or whatever. And then I'll come in and my trash can is overflowing. And I'm like, well, crap. So I have to reach in this corner area and pull my trash can out. Well, apparently it had been full for a while and I didn't know it because I kept putting trash behind the trash can. Thankfully, it's all paper trash. Generally, if it did have paint goo or whatever, I usually just kind of squish it into a piece of paper so I don't have to worry about, garbage stinking and growing and making a mess. Bye, Julie. Have a good day. I think we'll put it down just a little bit lower. I like the little bubbles in the background and then, just the texture of the waves. That's cute. Okay. Oh yeah, see, I'm glad I saved a piece of that cheesecloth because we're going to put it, maybe, I don't know. I kind of like that. Oh, when we need to put some bling on there, don't we? I'm trying to say, maybe we'll put this down lower and put her up higher. I got a bug flying. Oh, thank you, Terry, for your donation. Thank you, Nadine, Eric, Margie, and Robin. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. You've done that too. Just kept throwing the trash back there. And I'm like, well, that looks pretty full. So I pulled it out and it was, so I put a box behind there so that hopefully it would not keep filling way deep because there's actually a void of a corner back here and you have to crawl around on your hands and knees to get to it. So I'm hoping that'll help. I think I like that better. I mean, I know that it'll be a little bit lower in the pocket, but I think that'll still be pretty. All right, so I'm going to glue down the mermaid, which comes in the kit. She's one of the fussy cut mermaids. Of course, you could always fussy cut the others. You just cut them out from the page. I'm going to put her up just a little bit higher. There. And then we'll kind of put this right in here. And I kind of like that little curl, the way the cheesecloth went. Okay. Put some glue on it. I already had some distress ink on it, so makes it easy. Okay, I like that. And I didn't put anything on the inside. I think it's okay to leave it somewhat blank if you want. Don't have to decorate every aspect. All right, so that goes here. And then this will go behind. I kind of like that. All right, so we've got some things here. We need to put some bling on here because we did it on the others. I think I'll just do another little, strip of bling. And get it off the parent sheet. And let's put it up here. Just some little bling. Okay, that is pseudo page made. Put that over there. All right, y'all, if you haven't already entered the raffle, I don't know where I am time-wise. But I'm going to get the next one out so we can get rocking and a-rolling on the next page. All right. So this one I kind of planned a little bit ahead of time so that it would go faster to put it together. So to begin with, I glued a napkin to a book page, okay, and let that dry. And we're going to work on the other side, but because I wanted that dry, and then so I could decorate this side. That's why I went ahead and did it earlier. If you need some ideas on how to adhere a napkin, I do have some tutorials. Just do napkin and I believe you'll find it. I use basically a little pot of glue or tub of glue that I water down and a paintbrush. Okay, so the journal cover that I showed you earlier, I made a different one, and this was the scrap that came off of it. I'm going to sneeze, I think, but maybe not. Whew. No. Pardon me. I sneeze. So this piece, I thought, because I tore it off, could go on the other side. And then I had this piece of scrapbook paper that I cut another piece off of. And I was looking at it, and I was like, well, if I take this and move it up to here, then I could glue this piece down, glue this over the top of it, and that would start the decoration of this side of the page. So what I'm doing now is kind of looking at this. I need to come up just a smidge. Okay. And get it straight. And I'm going to put a line of glue here so that I can lift this side up and glue it down. Thank you, Brenda, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, if you haven't already, make sure you go over to my website, lindaisrael.com, and create a user account so that I can get you added to my YouTube donator membership and get you the discounts and free digital downloads because you donated. And then today at the end, you can enter the journal raffle. All right, so I'm just smoothing that out. Okay, so that's over here. Yes, it's longer. I'm not done yet. This piece I'm going to glue up here, and it was just torn from one of the other pages. Okay, sprays germs. All right, if that makes you feel better. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. I think if I give this enough time to dry, I can go to the sewing machine and we can stitch on this. So, sewing lamb alert. I'll get that out. So this was a way of using an old book page, my pseudo junk, if you will, because it was a book that no longer was being used by someone else. And in this case, it looks like it was an old family Bible that I found. Okay, so I've glued that down. Now what I want to do is I want to score this and fold it. So I'm going to put it in my paper cutter only because I like this straight edge that it gives me. And I use my awl. Okay. Come on, piece of paper. So now I'm just folding this up. You see that? And it may be a little crooked, but I think, I don't know, feel like it's going downhill or something. Maybe it is. That's what makes it handmade, y'all. Right? I think it is. Let's see. If I go like this. Oh yeah, it's way off. All right, come on. That's better. Okay. But I wanted my pocket a little bit deeper, so I went ahead and sprayed some paper with some tattered angels. And I thought if I put that on here, you know what? We could actually make a double pocket here that we could put something in. I think what I want to do is fold this over just a smidge. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue this flap. Use my bone folder to smooth that out. Okay. And then we're going to go to the sewing machine. And what I want to do is stitch right across the top of this piece that's going behind my pocket here. Okay. So it'll go behind. I'll also stitch right across here. And we're going to stitch all the way around the outside edge of our page. I think what I want to do is put some distress ink here because I'm going to sew on this side so that I get that stitching all on this side of the page. Make sense? Okay. Yes, a smidge is just a teensy bit bigger than a pinch. Exactly. Okay, thank you, Brenda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go to the sewing machine. If I hit the right button. All right, I'm trying to watch. Am I doing all right on time? All right, so I'm just going to zigzag stitch. This was a scrap of paper that I cut to be about 2 1/4 inches tall. I folded the book page in half. I believe it's out of the dictionary. I folded it in half and glued those together. Then I sprayed it with the colors of Tattered Angels that I showed y'all a little bit earlier today. Let that dry. I could come back in and stamp on it. Does it need it? You know, I think I might do that because I think I would like this little feathery image on it. So let's go back over here. We're going to go back over here for a second. And I'm going to stamp on this. This is feathery. It's a Beeline Designs rubber stamp. Oh yeah, I think I like that. Just kind of put some neat texture across the text. Texture on the text. All right, so we're going to stitch on here. I'm going to stitch across here and then all the way around. Okay? Pardon me. The Under the Sea collection is now in my shop to be pre-ordered. If all goes well, I should be able to ship out as planned, which would be June the 15th. I had a problem getting boxes, so I finally was able to find a different vendor for boxes. It's like, I'm glad I got those. It's been hard for some things to get all the items. All right, so we're getting there. All right, so I've stitched down the piece that's going to fold over, and I stitched across the bottom. So now what I want to do is look at this for a second. And I think I'm ready to take my pocket piece and put that in. I don't think I need stitches across here. We could put them, but I don't think it's necessary. So I'm just smooshing that down all the way. I'm not even going to glue it. I'll just pop my needle back down and then start stitching. I like how this page turned out using the napkin, mixing it with the book page and the sprayed book page. I'm liking how that came together. I haven't bought napkins in a long time. The last time I went to the local store where I used to buy napkins, which was Tuesday morning, they didn't have hardly any. And the price has gone up so much on them. So I'm glad I still had a few in my stash. Okay, I'm liking how this is coming together. So in theory, I've done a page similar to this in the past, so it was kind of easy for me to come up with this idea. I think that's something that you need to consider when you're creating, is you don't have to recreate the wheel every single time and do something brand new that's never been seen before. You can use some of your same techniques. I've torn pages before. I've done it in reverse, where I tore the bottom portion and reinforced it and made it a pocket. So here I decided I just wanted to use this as a decoration for the page. And on this side, I added a napkin, and I've had pockets before for napkins. So I'll go ahead and fold this in half. I'm thinking that maybe this one might become the center of one signature. I don't know. I think that would be a good choice. All right. My allergies are going crazy. So since we had that page that was so plain and blah, how about if we pop this colorful pocket on top of it? This is another one of the pockets that come in the kit and has the little fish stencil. I just realized I haven't used a stencil today. I need to do a stencil page. All right, so let's put that down here. I like that. I'm going to let that glue dry and turn this over and put a mat on a block. I got another one of the pockets, and it's supposed to be the layered pockets where you layer another pocket on top of it, but I think I'm going to do something different. I saw something. Oh, here it is. I see it. I saw this little turtle image, and he could be a little tiny pocket on the front here. We could also add some book page to kind of give it a little bit more interest. So I'm going to glue down the pocket and put my acrylic block on top to help it stay in place. Put that down there. All right, so if I'm going to put that on here, what if we grab a book page? Oh, how about one that's been painted? I think I like that idea. So let me cut a piece a little bit bigger. Now, do I want to make that a secondary pocket or 3 pockets or just mat it? I think maybe just mat it. So I'm just going to cut there. And because it already had these corners cut, I'm going to use those as a guide. Okay? And cut this off. Thank you, Ada. Thank you so very much for your donation. So I'm just going to slide it to each corner and cut that edge, that corner off. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Ada. So this was just a book page that I painted. I painted a bunch to make those envelope pockets. See, I kind of like this now. Kind of gives us a little more interest on there. All right, let's do some distressing. Thank you so much, Janice, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'll put some distress ink on this piece. Okay. And I think what I want to do is glue this down so that we could tuck something in here. So I'm going to get my Fabri-Tac, because I'm gluing on top of acrylic paint. And sometimes Aleene's tacky glue doesn't like to stick to acrylic paint. And I do not like Fabri-Tac, but I have it. It didn't cost me anything, so I'm using it. I could have stamped around the edge of my turtle, but I think I like this just relatively simple. So this is a tuck spot here. This paper is too thin to make it a pocket. So I'll just go ahead and glue it all the way down. Okay. Get that dry. And I have some little notebook paper here. So what if I fold this up? Now, do I leave it that size? Yeah, let's do that. I'll just round the corners so it'll have this unusual shape to it. And that when you're looking at it, it doesn't really look like that it's a folded up piece of paper. See? I'll add some distress inks to that. Using up things that were on my desk. Poke, poke, nudge, nudge. All right, it's time to get in on the raffle. How many people we got watching today? If you're watching but you're not chatting, please speak up and say hi in the chat. Love to see where you're from, where y'all from, what y'all do. And if y'all didn't know, I'm in Yukon, Oklahoma, just outside of Oklahoma City. All right, I can get carried away just adding distress ink to a little strip of paper. I think we need to put something on here. So how about, I know I saw one. Is there one? Oh, come on. Okay, I'm out. I need to stamp some more. See, that's the perils of this. I have to stamp. All right, let me find a strip. There's one. So I got a little strip. And I'll grab from the words. Where's the words? Oh, here we go. Words. Words. I thought it would look kind of neat to put the word notes on here. Now I can stamp it directly on there, or I could stamp it onto another piece of paper. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll stamp it on here temporarily, meaning that if we don't like that, if we think it should have the white piece of paper instead, and it won't stay white. I just stuck my finger in my ink pad. All right, we're going to do the raffle. Y'all in on the raffle? Okay, so I added some distress inks, and now I'm going to get Mermaid Lagoon. So, which did you like better? With the piece of paper or without? All right, well, y'all tell me that and get in the raffle. We'll get that ready. Michigan, Nevada, Kentucky, Spokane Valley, Amarillo, South Florida. Yeah, I'm in my zone. All right, so today, what do I want to do? Well, I've got these. That's what we'll do. Okay, so without paper. Nadine says without paper. All right, giveaway. The winner of 200 junk bucks is, and you'll get that added to your account, and then you can use that to redeem a $2 let's see, a $10 off gift card with 2,000 points. All right, pick a winner. Norma, congratulations. You won 200 junk bucks. All right, let me get the raffle started for 1C themed envelope pocket. So I made extras of these so I could give them away. I've got 2 of these little envelope pockets. That's from the tutorial that I gave the other day. So here is the pocket, and it opens up. It has an altered paper clip that comes with it. And I made a journal card out of one of my gel prints that's a digital download. And I added a piece of transparency film that I stitched across the top. Then I laid it down on top here and stitched around, and I rounded the corners. And this is the Library 2 rubber stamp. And I did Adventure Under the Sea as a rubber stamp. I did the fish, the tiny bubbles, and a little bit of the kelp seaweed. And pretty much the same concept, except this card is a little different inside. This is the mermaid stamp, one of 2. This is mermaid number 1, and then I have mermaid back. And then this is from the little quartet that has mermaid in it. Here's the octopus. I watercolored these with watercolor pencils and then fussy cut them out. So this journal card is a little different pocket. And then this is the crab and the little tiny bubbles and Take Me to the Ocean. So I'll give these away independently. So you'll have 2 people that will win this next raffle. Okay. Y'all enter the raffle. All right. So they said, I saw one without. I'll save it. We'll use it somewhere else. Okay. We got that piece there. I have this journal card that's from a scrapbook kit, and I want to alter the color because it's kind of, beige. So I'm getting Mermaid Lagoon, and I'll get out Blueprint Sketch. So I'll have both of those. And we're going to come in here and just kind of add a little color. So if you have different scrapbook papers that are in sepia tones, well, get them out and use either your distress inks. You could spray them with Tattered Angels, just kind of adding some more color to them. So now it doesn't have that all beige look anymore. Okay. Put tools away, and then you can find them another day. So I'm just going to leave this one the way it is and put it in the pocket, and then flip this over. Over here I had a this is another thing to use a scrapbook paper. This was thin single-sided scrapbook paper. So what I did was I cut it to be 3-inch strips after I glued 2 12 by 12 pages back to back. Okay? And then I just cut 4 3-inch strips and folded it so it had an interesting fold. Stamped. I shrank one of the ephemera pages, this seahorse is usually about 2 inches tall, and fussy cut those out and put it on there. I sewed the button, tied the little string. This flips up. I had some other scrapbook paper, again trying to use up scrapbook paper, and I just cut it into 2 3/4 of an inch. This is some notebook paper, and glued them one little glue at a time. I had another scrap of paper, and I used the notes on top. I did punch a circle to put on the back side of where my stitches were for my button, and then just wrapped this around, and this goes like that. And then I added a little bulb pin to the knot was just another way to add a charm to it. And then I thought this could poke down, if I can get it in there, to this. I wonder if this will hang out. It might. Huh. Oh, look at there. That's kind of cute. All right, so I was thinking about putting something on here, but now I'm wondering, do I put the little fishy, go in the opposite direction? Maybe. I think I finally used all the cheesecloth, so I've got some string. I say string, it's thread for my ripping fabric. I think I like that. Just kind of adding a little bit of color on there. Thank you, Lee. I mean, it's just simple, very simple. Using my scrapbook paper. 2 12 by 12s back to back. So you could go through your papers and find some that you liked. I did it that way because I wanted a pattern on the inside. But if you have ugly scrapbook paper and you have a pretty scrapbook paper, then put the ugly side to the back of the pretty. Then you'll have white on the inside that you can then distress or add stenciling to or leave white. Okay, I like that. And oh, here we go. How about this? Free Spirit. I like that. That, of course, is from the Wild and Free rubber stamp collection, but I still think it flows. Here, don't you think? All right, I like that. And then this will be the center. What do we want to put in here? I've got a large journal card. I think will fit. It will. It won't. So we could add some blue to that. I also, or what I could do is post this on top of that. And I think I need a blue background. I kind of like that torn edge. I think I like it. All right. I'm just in the zone now. I think what I want to do is take this and cut it or tear it. Let's see. Let's tear it. So right about there. Now, do I want to make it where it's off sides, maybe at the top, and make this a pocket behind here? I think I like that idea. And I think I want to go just past the edge. So we'll tear this. Okay. This is the under the sea crab that I have in my shop. I think I like that. Let me add some distress inks. I may end up gluing another piece of paper, but I think what I want to do is glue this completely flat onto the paper, then glue the crab on top as another tuck spot or pocket. Now I'm wondering if I want to put it right in the center. Or do I want to put it to one side? I still like the one side. All right, so I'm going to glue this piece down. So you're seeing me create on the fly. Okay, so again, because I've got acrylic paint that I want to glue the pocket on, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac in a moment. But I think what I want to do is add some strips so that we get the full height of this pocket. I know, I'm in the zone now. I don't get to spend a lot of time making cards on the fly, so I like the pressure to come up with some ideas that are different. Using some scrapbook paper, using some book pages that were painted. Rubber stamped images. Okay, so I'm just adding that so that when I go to glue my pocket down, I have the full use of it in case we want to put a larger journal card. Just get rid of some of my stuff here. Oh, and I think I have the perfect thing that'll go in here. All right. So I'm going to fold this in, fold this in, fold this in. And then, because I'm going the paper to acrylic paint, just put a little Fabri-Tac. All right, then close it up. It's a little bit harder to do one-handed. Okay, so this guy will go right in the middle of that blue. I like it. And I thought I saw a page tab here a moment ago, but maybe I was mistaken. How about, oh, here it is. What if we put that on there? All right, why am I having issues? There we go. Okay, so yeah, if I put that on here, that'll be kind of cute. Oh, wait, before I do that though, I want to add some more blue. Because this card was so yellow, sepia toned. Okay. Hey, Sally, how are you? Haven't seen you live in a while. Thank you so much, Suzanne, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, do I want the tab with the label up? Might as well. All right, let's put it kind of in the middle. This was some more scrapbook paper that I had in my stash for summer, beach, the ocean, that kind of stuff. So why not stick that in here? All right, now why are you giving me this issue? Oh, I see. I completely missed the pocket. There we go. So it just barely sticks out right there. And let's get another stamp. Let's put notes back. Always dream big. Let's do that. Stamp that in the middle. Always dream big. I think what I can do is I've got another strip of this blue paper over here. Here we go. Maybe in a different shade of blue. That'll work. Okay, now I can't get a hold of it. Come here! Alright, I think we'll go on this end. And we'll cut that. I don't really want all that white, so I'll just kind of cut some of it off. And then we'll use my distress tool to add some color. We'll do the word. Okay. And let's layer these together. Thank you so much, Julie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what if we put that down here in the corner? I like it. Journal card. So this will go in this pocket. And then I have a little folio that comes in the kit. I thought that would be pretty right here. So maybe closer to the center. All right, then let's find something to put on this side. I think I like this large whale card on here. And I think I need something smaller. So what if we found some scrapbook paper again? Oh, I've got this bright blue journal card. That would be a good one. All right, so what if we cut this? 6 inches would go up too far. So if I cut it at 5.5 inches. Thank you, Jennifer. How are you? Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So if this guy was to be put in here, okay, and then I've got this little dolphin card, but I think that's too much. So let's swap these. We'll put him back inside here and then put her over here. And then we've got this little seahorse. But I think I like this one better because it's more colorful going up high. And I have this journal card. Just for something variety wise. Okay, I think this guy needs some color. Okay, let's stencil, because I haven't done it yet, on this little card. Let me get the under the sea fishies. And I'll grab a scrap of paper. And instead of it going directly, how about kind of make them going at an angle? So I'm using the blueprint sketch on this blue paper. We'll still be able to write over it if we want. Okay, so now we got that cool color. I think I will spray it with some Tattered Angels. So what I just do with all those, we've got ocean and deep. I think we need a little bit of purple. So this is kind of a tealy color. And then this one has the darker purple. Okay. I may add this lighter purple to it. Blue, I mean. Here we go. So we just altered that piece of cardstock. Oh, he is good. He is good. Thank you very much. He's doing good. Henry is good. He's still fighting a little bit of the shingles pain, but his head injury is a lot better. Occasionally, his face will hurt around the eye socket. He'll be like, and it's funny, he goes, I feel like Harry Potter, because Harry Potter gets his pain for no reason, and he touches his forehead. Well, that's what Henry's doing, but to his eye. It's like, ow! And then it goes away. So I don't know if it's, you know, the way he moved his head, if he sneezed a few minutes before, or he's getting ready to sneeze. Who knows? Oh, you're looking at, okay, the subscription club for the stencils. I have tons of stencils. Oh my gosh. And it's funny that I hadn't used it till this point of the live today. Well, thank you for coming and finding me, and I hope you enjoy what I share. Since we added so much texture to the others, I think I like that. Not adding too much to that design. And I don't know that it needs any words on it, so I'm just going to pop it in there. So lots of fluff in this one. It's chunky monkey right there. All right, let's move on. Guess what? I did another napkin page. I know, 2 in 1 live stream, believe it or not. Because I had napkins that matched. All right, so here's what we've got. These are pages, my camera's messed up, that are in the subscription box. Everybody's is going to be different, but you'll get a couple of these pages that have different types of fish on it. And they're torn apart, so I glued them back together by putting a strip, about a 3/4 of an inch strip down the middle on both sides. And I'm not going to add anything to this side right now. I think I just want to decorate this side of the page. So here's what I did. I took some napkin and glued it to a book page, and then I folded the book page, and then I added some tape to the back of it so that it would be thicker and smooth. So I've added some strips to the side, and this is going to be a pocket on the page. So that's going to be a pocket over here. Okay. Above that, I have a gel print, and it messed up. So I am going to use that as part of the design. My machine ate it. So I glued another piece of paper on there. In fact, let's just put it on top. We're using up the junk. Okay. So then I have another pocket. This one I decided not to add the gussets to it to make it bigger. And then I've got another gel print over here. So I'm looking at this to decide, should I add some color to the white paper because it's dark white? And what I can do is use some distress inks on there real fast, or I could spray it with some Tattered Angels. I think the distress inks is what we'll do. I'm going to do a direct paper. So here's what I'll do. I'll take my ink pad and just rub it right over that edge. And it doesn't have to be solid, so I'm just kind of adding a little bit of color here. I'll go up the middle. Okay, now I know there's a gap between my elements, so I want to come across the middle here. Okay, so now when we put this on top, it completely changes the look when you add the color to the page. Does it not? Clean my hands off. I get distress oxides all over me whenever I mess with them, it seems like. Okay, so let's glue these down. Okay, so I'm going to glue this all the way down. It's just decorative. It could have been a pocket had I glued another piece of paper on here, but honestly, there's so many pockets in this journal now. You could glue another little piece of paper on top for some writing space. Okay, do this over here, same thing. think we're ready here in a moment. We're going to do some stenciling to make a couple of journal pages. This one I'm going to glue as a complete pocket. I'll show you what I made to go on top. And then we're going to glue this as a pocket. Okay, so let's make a journal card to go in this pocket. Sure I'm not getting in. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm just going to let that dry for a moment. This is one of my handmade papers, and I ripped it. And it's interesting, this paper, it's really thick. It's cardstock, super thick. That it was dyed paper that I dyed, and I thought there was enough pigment that when you smushed it and heated it, it would transfer the whole thing. But it was like it took the dye out of one side, but intensified it on the other. I don't know, it was really weird. So anyhow, I have this card that I made to fit in this pocket that I thought the little dolphin can go on top, but it needs a little something behind the dolphin, right? And I've used so much of it today, I think it's time to get out, yes, you named it, some more cheesecloth. So I'm just grabbing a little length of cheesecloth here. I'll lay it in my box. Now mine is folded, so what I like to do is find the fold. I think it's on this side, possibly, maybe. Sometimes it's easier said than done. Well, I got one of the layers. That'll work. That'll get me there. So I kind of undo it a little. And then I'll grab my colors of Tattered Angels. I'm making extra because I know I will use it because I am working on another journal next Monday. I will be using the planner kit from the Under the Sea collection. So I just did 3 or 4 of the colors. 3 colors, I think it was. I'm just going to flip it over. And anywhere that it's white, we'll just add some more Tattered Angels. Now, if you like it a little bit more vintage, you could add walnut gold or craft to it, and it'll get that little gold, kind of a brown hue to it. You could also coffee dye or tea dye. I haven't, I guess I haven't dyed cheesecloth. Maybe that's what I'll do the next time I do a batch of coffee dyed, tea dyed type papers, is I'll dye some cheesecloth. So it's already got that sepia tone, and then when you spray it with Tattered Angels, it just gives it a little different warmth. Poor Robin. Robin likes planners. I need to start using one again. I've gotten out of the habit of using one. I don't know why. Just, I guess because I wasn't working outside of the house anymore. My days all look the same. Get up, work on the business, make a journal, go to the shop if Henry needs me. I've marked my appointments in my phone on my electronic calendar. Okay, so I've got this. So we're going to put a little bit of that up there, but I think it also needs something else. Maybe the water stamp would be good. I think that would be good on there. So let's grab that. Because we did it before, and I like the way that looked. So now, when we put this down, Should we also do the tiny bubbles? I think we should. I think the tiny bubbles are going to get in here, whether you say so or not. Oh, tea dyed cheesy stuff to poor Robin. Well, she'd probably like it if it was tea dyed. I turned the stamp over so the bubbles would be kind of changed. I like that. Okay. Yeah. And let's do another. Expect great things. I think that would be a good one. All right. I need another little strip. Here we go. I like it. The mold and tree pollen has been pretty high, so my allergies have gone crazy. No, Robin says, no, I would not. Okay, fine. I won't give you any. Just give it back. Why are you so offended? What did it ever do to you? All right, let's put this on here. I like it. Okay, and then do we want this on a little piece of blue again? I'm using these little strips. I got them everywhere. Oh, let's do this one. I already have it out. Cut it. I think this side. All right, let's add some distress inks to it. Just not a fan. In all caps, she says. Eric says, I'll take it all. Drop it in my box. Well, every once in a while, I do drop random things in y'all's boxes. If I've talked to you and I know it's something you might like, or I think, you know, they might like this. I don't know. Just pop that in there. I have to plan ahead, though, when I do it. All right, let's put that one right here. Okay, I like that. So this guy is going to go in here. And we can stop it if we want so that you see expect great things over there. Move my stamps for a moment. Okay, so then here's another thingy that I made. I took 12 by 12 scrapbook paper and I cut it into a 6-inch strip. I folded that in half and that became glued together, so hot dog style. So I have two-sided piece here to work with. And then I started embellishing this 6-inch by 3-inch piece by making a belly band out of a strip that was cut off of another page for something else. I took another scrapbook paper and just cut it narrow and added some more of my painted paper. Added the fussy cut elements that I shrank. So I told my computer to print a whole page as a 4 by 6 photo. And so it took that manatee, which was lots bigger that we used on that other page, and shrunk him down. And it did the same with the mermaid on this side. And I made a little pocket out of a sprayed stamped book page. I collaged with the shell cube behind here. And then take me to the ocean. Okay. So what did Sally ask? So you say you're total newbie. What 4 colors of Tim Holtz would you recommend everyone join in? ink oxide. Oh, yeah. This was just another one of the cards that I had a whole bunch of. And then on this side, oh, I should go this way. On this side, I put the word notes, and then I stamped, and another one of the little images I glued on top. So this you can choose, do you want it this way or this way? And I think I want to go with the mermaid on top. And you can slide it into the pocket here that apparently I didn't get glued down. And then there it is on your page. Kind of a fun, colorful page. I don't know. And then this side, it just kind of goes to a little bit more subdued. We could put something over the top of it, but I haven't figured out what yet. And I want to move on to doing some stenciling while I have some time. Okay. I'm going to get the spray box. And I've got here... Yeah, let's do it this way. So I've got a piece of composition notebook paper that has been dyed with blackberries, and it's this beautiful deep shade of purple. And I'm so glad that our blackberries made this year, because I'm going to pick the rejects that aren't going to be eaten and turn that into dye again, because I really love how this came out. I think what I want to do, which one? Well, I have the little, oh, I have the seahorses. I think I want to do the seahorses first. So I've got the seahorse stencil, and I don't know if it's got distress oxide on it. It does a little bit, so I'll turn it over. And wherever the openings are, there'll be seahorses put down. And I think I'll come in with, I don't want to go too dark though. I'm going to spray a little bit of this purple. Not a lot. And then we'll come back in with, I like that brighter. This one's ocean. I'm misting all over the stencil because I'm now going to lay another piece of paper over the top of it. And it's going to mop up all those colors that I sprayed down onto this page. And while I've got it in the box, I'll just kind of spritz it a couple of times on the back side. And it's kind of cool because it bleeds through the page and you kind of get a ghost image on this side. Oh, the cherries! I did do cherries last year. I dyed with those. Actually, I didn't. I take that back. Beverly did. She gave me some of the papers. My cherry trees only made 3 or 4 cherries. Now the shop, those cherry trees up there made some berries. So I have to go up there and pick them. I like that. Do you see how that subtly came out? And then let's look at this page. I'll go ahead and flip it over and spritz this side too. I'm trying this, but I think what I might do is set these aside for a minute to dry, and then we'll come back to them and finish decorating them. So I'm going to lay them out flat so they can dry quickly, hopefully. All right, I have a Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist dyed paper. So what I did was I took a cookie sheet and laid my paper in it. I sprayed it with water. Then I started spraying it with the different Tattered Angels in the Under the Sea kit. And I took a paintbrush and kind of mushed it around. sprayed it some more, flipped it over, did the other side. Then I would spray a piece of paper and lay it down onto the page that was already there. And I just kept doing that, spraying. And I just love the pattern and the texture. And it's hard to tell the color on here, but it's a pretty purpley blue, little bit of that turquoisey. It's got some iridescence in it. So let's add some stenciling to it. I've got here the full stencil for the Under the Sea that is all this different types of kale and kelp and what is that, coral. I don't want to do a lot of different colors, but I think I kind of like the mermaid, the blue. I think maybe even the purple, the Dusty Concord. So I've got the blue and I've got Mermaid Lagoon. So let me find my purple. Here's the purple. So let's do a little bit of purple. So maybe like this one here. And since this is the same over here, okay, and let's come in with some Mermaid Lagoon. It's going to be really subtle on this purple paper, okay, and I think just because of the placement, I'm going to make this blue. I can't say my words. Mermaid Lagoon. Okay, I like that. Okay, let's use some of the blue to do this piece. And this piece. And I may just kind of lightly all right, so we're going to mix some colors. Purple. Okay, let's see. Oh, I like it. The reveal! What do you think? You love the stencil, Jennifer? Thank you. I thought it would be a lot of fun to use. You can do what I just did. You could spray it with Tattered Angels, just whatever colors you want. I don't know. I liked how that came out. All right, so I'm going to flip this over. Let's do something different on the other side. Let's do the fishies. Yeah, we'll do the fishies. And let's do them in purple again. And maybe the blueprint sketch. Kind of making it like a rainbow. So I did this band, do this band, and then try not to move the stencil and then come back with the blue. Okay. There we go. Oh, I like it. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. Okay. Clean my hands because Distress Oxides is, I don't know, it just sticks to me. Nudge, nudge, nudge. Y'all into the raffle. We're going to let this go a little bit longer, Robin. All right. So now that I've got this page stenciled, let's do some other decorations. In fact, we could get out the others and kind of add some things to them. So I have I have the little, this little octopus. He would be kind of cute on there. And I think this might look good on here. Oh, and we've got fishies. We can do fishies on the other side. I've got all these embellishments that are technically for 2 journals, but you know what? I can print more, so I'm getting them out. Okay. Is that what we want to do? I think that's all it needs. I think it doesn't need a whole lot of other, you know, decoration on it. Because we spent the time to do the stenciling, I don't want to cover it up. I could stamp some more seaweed behind here. Maybe I'll do something else. I'll grab the let's do this French script. And then we'll put this on top. Like that. I was trying to decide what to put over here. Should we put the shells? Let's do that. Oh, come on, fishy. I'm just going to glue it all the way down. It won't be a text spot. We really need some flat writing space, so this is how I was adding it, by stencil pages. Needs more water. You're not a sea fan, but the colorway kit is beautiful. Well, thank you. Thank you. All right. You need a zapper? Hey, Barb. How are you, lady? Missed you. Okay, I like that. I may come back in and put some words on there, but I think I like the design so far. I think those would be good on there. Maybe over here. Oh, the pufferfish. So what if we did, oh good, these are all going in the same direction. Do we want, yeah, let's do blue and yellow there. That'll work. Oh, I got another idea. We'll stamp. Okay. We'll stamp in those. So what do I want behind those? Because that's kind of boring like that with just the stenciling. So, oh, let's use the feathery. I have it here. And I can come in from the edge. See? And then it looks like they're in the foliage. Oh, thank you, Terry, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. What do you think? Having the little bit of the foliage behind there. We don't have to put the cheesecloth, but I'm going to, I think. I'm going to get a little piece and see if I like it. I don't know, I just kind of like that it reminds me of a coral. I think that'll be good. I'm glad you're doing better, Barb. Yay! Walkie-talkie. All right. I gotta finish. I gotta hurry. Gotta show you all the other elements. No dawdling here. It's a good thing that I had all these fussy cut. I've already applied the glitter paint to them, so they have a nice little shimmer on them. I like it. How about Choose Joy? Do we want that? I've got the little sign. I could put another one of those in here. Why not? See, I start adding stuff. Oh wait, let's do one more thing though. If I'm gonna do it right. Okay, so let's do this. Let me borrow this one for a second. Okay, right about there. Put a little fishy. And then I thought I would stamp, let's do this one, some coral. And maybe a piece of the seaweed. So it has a look as I stuck my arm in it. Like that. We could put Choose Joy on there. I think I like that even better. I like it. Harming the little animals with the cheesecloth. Choose swordfish. Okay, I like it. I think it's okay like that. I think I may go ahead and add a little bit around it. There. Okay, that one's done. This one has seahorses on it. How about if we get out the crab? Got the crab. It's not saying that I have crabs. I have a crab. Let's stamp him down here at the bottom. Something different. Oh, you know what I haven't stamped is the mermaid. So let's do her over here. I like it. Okay. And then we'll get this ready for over here. I think I'll stamp the octopus. Do I have it right side up? Yep. Directly on the page. Oh, we've got the, I have the seahorse stamp, so let's use it. Okay. I was trying to think, do I have, how about some stamped words? We've got always dream big, live your best life. Let's stamp that. Kind of like, and what else? Oh, aspire to be amazing. These are some of my go-to sentiments that I like. Okay, and then we've got this purpley, so maybe the little fishy again, or I could stamp the word journal on a bigger piece. Oh, I've got one right here. And I've got a larger piece of this. So it's not all the same. You know, each page doesn't look exactly the same as the next. I kind of like that. I think I want it smaller though. Come across here. And maybe stamp the feathery off the top there. Let's glue these together. I understand. You take care. Your dog's like, oh, tell him, coming to bed, coming to bed. Hercules will do that to me. He'll come in here and look at me. He'll poke me with his nose. He'll want to get in my lap. I think, move this out of the way so I don't stamp on it. like that. I love the shimmer of this. It's just after 5:30. That's an awful early to go to bed, Barb. Oh, dear. Well, some people go to bed early. I was talking to somebody, they go to bed like 8 o'clock and they get up at 4 a.m. I like that. Stamp those guys. All right, so let's put something on here. You know, I haven't used the little page flags. And I've got 3 of them. Do I want to do that? No, I think I'll just do these 2. I'll just glue those down. Ah! So I'll put a little glue right here so that I can slide it over. Okay. And if you want, you could also glue this to another piece of paper. I'm thinking maybe I think I'll do that. So I'm going to come back here and let's tear this. I think we need to add some color to it. We've been using this blue a little bit. Get my little scrap here. We could add some distressing to the edges. Ah! I'm in the zone. I'm in this creative zone at the moment. Oh yeah, that's that crinkly sound because it's thinner paper. That what is it? The composition notebook paper. All right. So if I take this and glue that down and make that a little tuck spot. I've got a little seahorse. I don't know. We'll think about the seahorse. All right, so I'm just going to glue this whole piece down at the top here and down the side. So if you want to slip something behind it, you've got a little tuck spot here, here, and here. Okay? All right. The mattress store. I went to a mattress store this weekend. Henry was looking for a new bed foundation for our bedroom. I think I want some more of this cheesecloth. I know. I kind of like it. I wasn't going to add very many embellishments to these pages, but then I get going. I have this journal card laying here. Let's round the corners and use it. It's here. It's going to get used. Well, I didn't even ask. What is everybody working on this week? Have you got any projects that you're doing? I'll be working on the subscription boxes. I've got to get some stamps made. And I've got to get prepared for Monday to show y'all the planner kit. Coming up with some new ideas for that. Okay, I like that. And you know, since we're doing a seahorse theme on that page, I might as well get out the seahorse stamp. And I'll stamp it in this bottom corner. I like it. I believe in my little, I think I have a seahorse. Ha, I do. It says seahorse. I think I kind of like that. I think I need to add some blue so it's not so white. There we go. And then we'll glue that on top. Now, usually these fall out, okay? So, since I know that going in, it seems redundant, but I'm going to grab a paper clip. And you know what? Let's just grab a little scrap of fabric here. And I'll show you a quick way that I do an altar paper clip. I know I got another piece of this cheesecloth. All right, so here's what I do. Lay out your fabric, lay out some cheesecloth, and then I've got some yarn here. So I want, I think I want to do 2. I think that'll look good. Maybe 3. Just make it fluffy. Okay. Move that back over here. So now what I do is I take this and just slightly fold it. Get my paper clip with the closed side down and poke that through, fabric and all. And my little taco just slides right through. And now what I'm going to do is go to the sewing machine and just stitch right across this. I'll show you. Yeah, I'm cheeseclothing it up. So now I'm just going to hold that paper clip back out of the way. Kind of adjust my fabric. And then I'll hang on to the paper clip and then the fabric. And just zigzag stitch. So the paper clip is below that spot. You like all that gorgeous blue fibers? So look at that. It's just kind of fun texture, the different layers. We got the cheesecloth in there. So it just kind of gives it a neat texture. So just in case, let's grab this. What do I want to come from the top? Well, is it too tall? It's a little, but it'll hold it a little bit. It'll help. I'm going to slide it over just a smidge. There. And that'll help hold that on the page. Okay, so we added some stuff there. So now we need to do this one. I already stamped inside. What else? Be the light. Maybe not on this page. Maybe we'll do another fishies. I got this shell and I have the starfish. Let's do the shell and the starfish because I have a little word that says starfish. I also have a little scrap of book page here. I think I like that. Just kind of making we'll start with a little composition here of putting things together. So I'll glue this on top of here. Maybe we'll grab another little piece of paper. Oh, I saw a piece here just a moment ago. maybe come off the top and like that. Oh, I think I'm liking that. I think we could stamp behind it. So let me get my little scrap of paper. Want the feathery. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do this corner too while I'm at it. Okay. So I've got this little start. Maybe where it comes up off the starfish, maybe put the starfish on top. I think I kind of like that. All right, let's add some distressings to this blue piece. Help you feel better, Rhonda. I don't know what's going on, but I hope you feel better. Autocorrect. Julie came back. All right, so I'm going to position this down so that I can put the star on top of it. All right, come about up here. And then let's put down the word starfish on the little scrap. I didn't use cheesecloth. And then we'll put this kind of going over it. There we go. Not possible. Not impossible. Not impossible. You can do it. Okay, I like that. All right, so on this side, I had a seashell. And I believe we've got this little seahorse. And I have another little scrap. Maybe something like that. And I've got Free Spirit again. Let's do those. Making little clusters. All right, let's glue this one down. Put that right here. All right, then I want the seashell down kind of in the corner. You know, kind of, you do the thirds where you have a way for your eye to move. And I think something like that, where it's kind of coming over the seashell. But see, a piece of cheesecloth would look really cool right there. She sells shells down by the seashore, sipping her soda. I think like that. Okay, we got that. I didn't add any sentiments to in here, so how about if we stamp directly on the page again? I'm trying to get rid of some of my things so I can move on. Okay. Yeah, let's stamp direct on the page. Expect great things. I like that. Expect great things. And we've got the crab over here, but maybe we should do Adventure Under the Sea and put that down here by him. Adventure Under the Sea. Like this. Okay. Put this away. put this away. I think I'm at the point now that I need to go back through what I have made and see if anything needs additional embellishment. And then we can start putting the signatures together for this journal. So let's look and see what we've got going on here. So we made a couple of pages with that composition notebook paper. This one's got a little more heft to it. We've got the stenciled page. We have the book page. I think that would be a good center in a journal. And we can always add more to this later. And this is another book page that had the animal kingdom, and I just trimmed it down to be 8.5 by 11. This is one of those painted pockets. And then on the inside, I made these giant journal cards by taking one of the journal pages and printing it as a 8 by 10 so that it was smaller. And then I just attached it to a piece of cardstock. This was a digital gel print down here at the bottom. Same on this side. And then on the back, I didn't put anything on here yet, so we may come back to those and decorate some more if we have time. This is a piece of scrapbook paper that I just added some stamping to the outside. This is a short scrapbook paper. Let me look at this, see how I got this. Okay, yeah, so this is like a little belly band and then stamped on the inside, and then here is a little tuck pocket. This is another book page, and then I added a piece of scrapbook paper on this side, and I took a journal card, a index card, and sprayed it with some tattered angels. Went around the edges, added the words and the image. It's one of the images from the kit. Oh, it's got caught. Okay, there we go. And then I made this little tuck spot on the flap that was part of the book page that I folded over. And this is some more of that handmade paper. And I just stamped fun, and I added a little cheesecloth with the starfish on there. This is the journal pages, so I'll come back to those in just a second. Okay, so this is my front and back. So let me see how many pages I have. 1, 2. You okay, Hercules? You scared me. I jumped. I'm thinking I got 4 of these pages. Got 3 of these. Okay. Where do I want to put this one? I think I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. So maybe this will go there. This will go here. This would be the first page. So, do we want... Yeah, I think so. I'm just trying to line it up where I think I want to have the signatures come together. So this is my outer cover, my inner outer cover. Yeah. And I think I want to put one of the thinner papers here. Here we go. Let's move this around. Like that. And then one of these. And then one of those. And then we've got this. I tried to do a variety so that it wasn't the same thing in each journal. Okay, we'll put this one here. Man, I don't know. I may want that in the center of the journal. I think I do. I'm gonna move this. Let's put this one here. There we go. I'm going to put this one in the center of this mess. Okay? I'll set this aside and then put this grouping together. So this is going to be my last journal. So I think I want to mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to put this one in. And then we'll put this folded page in. Oh wait, I'm going to change it again. This one here, then this one, and then this one. I think we'll put that one in the middle of this signature. So we kind of get a different look by mixing them around a little bit. I could put this one here. Yeah, I like that better. All right, so here's the complicated thing to do now is to attach this to our cover. Okay. What now? Is the screen blur? I think it's just you. It's not me, it's you. All right, so I have two signatures that I want to put in here. One is fluffier than the other, so I'm thinking that I may make a change because this one has a lot more. Maybe this one is the one that needs to come out and come over here. Okay, that feels a lot better as far as evening out how thick each signature is. All right, so let me get my tools. I'm going to do a pamphlet stitch. Put your glasses back on, Robin. So I'm getting out my got some little clippies. My bookbinder's needle. If you need one, I offer those in my shop till I run out. And then I have my craft pick here. I have a little template that I made. So what I'm going to do is we're going to cut 3 times the height of our journal in waxed linen thread. I'll go ahead and cut enough to do both so I can put the string away and it's not on my immediate desk here. Okay, so we'll thread my needle and set that to the side. All right, so I've got a template here that has 3 holes in the middle, and you put it in a V and take your journal pages that you make sure that they're all centered where you want them, top to bottom, etc. And then I'm going to clip them together so that they don't shift on me. And I'll take my template and line that up to the inside here. Craft pick went hiding. And then we'll just punch down through that hole. This is a template that I have on my website. If you need one, you can print it. It prints off as a PDF so it doesn't alter the size. So you get a true 8.5 by 11, 1.5 inch wide spine. All right, so the holes are punched in this one, and that's going to be my front inside first signature. I'll go ahead and poke the holes in this one as well. So I want to, again, make sure I've got it adjusted where I want everything and clip it together in a couple of spots. Then I'm going to line up my template again and poke the holes. Okay. All right, set this aside for a second. Now I've got my cover, and what I want to do here is get this in the center of my spine. So I'm just kind of adjusting here from top to bottom where I want it. And what I'm going to do now is punch 6 holes. So I want a hole that bisects here. So right about there and right about there. So I'm just kind of going halfway between since I'm only doing 2 signatures. So I'm just making sure that I have them in the same position as how I punch the holes for the pages. Okay, move your template out of the way. You can't see the holes at the moment. That's all right. So here's what I'm going to do. Close my craft pick. Pick up my first signature. Find the center hole. Okay. Then find the center hole in my spine. Kind of help to see it. And then come around to the top. And I'm usually pretty lucky and I can see it. Sometimes I can't. Okay, I just saw it, but where'd it go? There it is. Okay. Line it up with the inside. Okay. Then you got your tail here, so I'm going to pull this up so you still have some string on the inside. Pull it tight. Pull this one tight. Go back through that first hole to the outside all the way. Am I on the right spot? Yes. Okay. Whew. I thought maybe I had gotten over on the other side because I had my journal upside down a moment ago and it was freaking me out. Okay. So now I'm going to come up here and I felt the hole right there, I think. Oh, come on. There it is. Okay. And then feed it through on the journal pages. Come on. I dropped stuff. Why aren't you lining up? This is why I hate doing multiple signatures live. It takes me a while. Okay, I think I found it finally. There it goes. It was not poking through. And I don't want to make a new hole. Okay. I have the threads pulled through, the top and the bottom, and then I loop it and pull these in the opposite direction. Make sure that they're tight out here, and this one is kind of loose. So I'm going to come back in here and tighten that up just a little bit. And check it again. It's a lot better. So I'm going to tie a knot. Tie another knot. And then I'll cut this where I leave a little bit of a tail. Okay? So now I'm going to move this over here out of the way. Usually if I just kind of clip it, rotate this around. We already have the holes punched. So now we just have to line it up wherever we can find the hole. Alright, so we found this one. And this one should be right about, come on. I just had it. I felt it. Okay. There it goes. All right, let's make sure I got this journal right side up. Oh, dear. All right, I'm going to poke out the awl. Go right through that same hole. I'm going to grab that tail so we don't pull it all the way through. Come around to the top. And go through the journal. That's why I like doing the Midori style journals. If I can go ahead and bind them and then just pop it into a band, it's so much easier. Okay, last one. See if I can find the hole. Go. Okay. All right, y'all into the raffle, because what we're going to do next is I'm going to give away these 2 mixed media pocket envelopes. And then I will start the flip through of this journal. I may make a couple of additions, but I don't know if we're going to have time. So we may just leave it the way it is. I hope you liked today's live stream, that it give you some ideas to try, inspire you to create. Check the description box for the products that I use, or links back to my website or Amazon or other places. Again, I greatly appreciate y'all hanging out with me here today. Trying to get everything put away, put away, put away. I need to stamp and sign the back. I just realized I had meant to do it underneath this, but I didn't get it done. So I think I'm just going to do it on the back cover. So I need this rubber stamp. All right, we'll stamp that right here. And I'll get my pen. That's not my pen. There it is. All right. And this was 6/6/2022. I think a journal card fell out. We may have to put it back in. All right, let's get a drink of water. Thank you so very much. I'm glad you like them. Thank you so very much. Oh, I like that. It's a little fluffy sticking out. I'm glad that I did the laminated journal cover. And again, be looking for the tutorial this week. I'll probably work on it tomorrow, getting it uploaded. And it's a great way to use a paper in your journal that you want to then turn into a wide spine in a different way. I don't know. I just like the way it turned out for being a laminated. Alrighty, so let's pick the winner of the little pockets. I'll pick 2 winners, and you're just going to get whatever one I send to you, because I don't want to try to keep track of it. All right, so the first winner of one of these little pockets is Suzanne Roberts. Congratulations. You're going to get one of these little pockets. And the second winner, hopefully Robin has had time to write this down. Suzanne Roberts. And the next winner is Nadine Wheeler. Congratulations. All right, we'll get those sent out to you. And let's go through the journal. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start a new raffle. For those of you who have donated, you can enter to win this journal. If you want a chance to win, just make a donation of any dollar amount, and then make sure you go over to my website to create your user account, and then I will get you added to the YouTube donator once you message me through the contact me form. All right, I'm just kind of moving some stuff out of the way. These people donated. We had Terry, Barb, Diane, the Mrs. Edmondson, Suzanne Roberts, Janice Brammer, Ada Bellaflores, Brenda Demick, Terry, again, thank you, Nadine, Eric, Margie donated $30. Thank you so very much, Margie. And Robin donated $10. So I guess Robin likes this journal too. Alrighty, let's get started here. So I'm going to start that, or did I start it? Did I start the raffle? Did it say it was going? Yes. Okay, good. I got worried. So this journal cover measures 9 inches by 6 inches wide. Okay. And it has a mix of a laminated mesh for Christmas decorating as well as cheesecloth. And I fussy cut some digital images. I tore this image at the bottom. This is a paper sack, grocery sack. I used denim from my husband's jeans because I just thought it was a good color. And I used a strip over here. This was some white fabric that I dyed with Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. And then we open this up and you see the inside cover. I just love how this turned out. And I know you just can't see what it's like on camera. All right, then this is the cover for one of the large journal kits that I cut apart and made the front cover and added this little, so here you could write the date when you started this journal. Oh, how funny that this became the first page. This is some of the sea papers, the ephemera. This is one of the mermaids in the kit that I love. And that's funny that these are opposing on each page. And we have a whale and octopus. And then this is my little folio that I made out of scrapbook paper, 6-inch wide, or no, 3-inch wide, glued back to back, and then just added some little papers. Can't fan them for some reason, but there they are. And these were shrunk down. I used the large digital kit, one of the ephemera pages, and told my printer to print the whole page as a 4x6 photo. And I'm just kind of guiding this in so that the charm can hang out of the pocket. And then in the middle here of this signature, I made a pocket page or pocket card. So you have the whole back, you have this card that you can journal upon, and then you've got a pocket back here that was made with a napkin. This is one of the ephemera elements that has these little, what they call cigarette card size. And then over here we used one of the elements from the kit, again on the napkin. I took a journal card that was just a scrap of cardstock here and stenciled and sprayed. And then this is an element from a scrapbook kit that I have, scrap pad, that's it, scrap pad. And then we've got these two here. All right, and then we'll flip this over. And I just put the journal card again from that scrap pad. I made a tuck spot on the front with this little turtle. I just put it like that. But this was just a scrap of paper from when I cut off one of the composition notebook pages to be 5.5 inches. There. Some more whales. The pages have some tulip dimensional glitter paint on them. I like doing it because it's inexpensive. I like that it dries. You don't end up with a sticky residue generally. This guy wants to keep falling out. He may need a paper clip. Maybe I've got a fancy round one here. I thought I saw one. Oh, wrong drawer. Oh, here we go. Got a little fancy round one. If I can get it over the page. Sometimes I can't get it started. All right, now, come on. There we go. There. So that'll kind of help hold it in place. Another one of the printed pages. This is another scrapbook paper. Oh, no, that's the other half. Sorry, that's scrapbook paper that was glued on the back side of this photo. This is the composition notebook paper that was dyed with blackberries. And this is a journal card that I just had a scrap laying here, so we just turned it into a card and added a little quick altered paper clip. Another journal card we made today using one of the digital images, rubber stamps, and some bling. And then this is just a scrap of paper that I have. And this is the last page of the first signature, which is actually made out of cardstock. And this is where my journal card goes. So now it can go back in there. This is the first page of the second signature. And here I took a piece of scrapbook paper and cut it to be 10 by 8. So when you fold, it's 5 inches. And it's just plain on the inside. And that fits perfectly in this pocket that comes in the kit. Okay. And then we made this little journal card, did some stamping in the background, and used some Distress Oxide. Flip that over. Another journal card. Did some sprayed it, some cheesecloth, and did some stamping. More bling. This is where I did some stenciling on some Tattered Angels dyed paper. Did some rubber stamping and added the octopus. Oh yes, we gotta have somebody enter for Barb. You love all the blue? Isn't it fun with the blue? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. You love the theme. Thank you so much. Love, 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 Margie says. Love the bubble page. Isn't that fun? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Another scrapbook paper. This time I stenciled some of the circle stencils in the background and then lightly stamped the jellyfish. So there's a pattern, but you can write over it if you want. On the inside, I did some stenciling again with the campfire and fossilized amber on the seashell stencil. And then I had some more of this scrapbook paper, so I just cut it to be 8 inches tall and folded it in 4 sections, trifold, and just thought, well, that just is something different. Okay, another one of the printed pages. Here's where we stamped and we did a little collage, and then we stamped on this side. And this is the pocket that I have a tutorial that shows you how I made that. And you flip this over, and I have this giant mermaid card. And this page is kind of like a gold paint that I made it with, so I just thought it worked really well. All right, everything's falling. You behave now. I didn't put anything over this page, but I think it works. You know, you can always add another pocket to this page, add a photograph if you don't like it. You know, you could add a piece of paper over the top of it for journaling. Okay, Julie entered for Barb. Thank you, Julie. And then this was some more handmade paper that we decorated, gel prints that I made, napkins for the pocket. I'm just trying to get that right there. And then again, this is where I took a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, cut it to be 6 inches wide, folded that in half. So then I had this double-sided piece. And then I decorated the inside with some stamping. And on the outside, I made a little pocket out of a book page, added a shrunk image from the kit, rubber stamp image, rubber stamp, some sequins, and some little thread. On this side, I made a little belly band, and then it has a little piece of scrapbook paper that opens all the way up that you can write on. You can write on this portion as well. And then this all fits, stick in there, over and in this pocket, so you can have a neat little decoration on the page. And then we'll flip the page. Then we have this one. There was, yes, a Brenda D. Mac. We need Brenda to get in on the raffle. Here's the other mermaid card. And this was just using half of the kit to make this journal. I used maybe some of the, little more than half of the fussy cuts, but half of the journal pages. And then this is the other half of the scrapbook paper that opens out. And I used one of the printed. And then here I had another scrap of that handmade paper. So I just added the fish on top of the cheesecloth. And then I added a tab over here, kind of indicate that this flips out. And then we're at the very last. And that is the back of our journal. And that's the outside. I love how this turned out. And it's really time to go, but Cricket did not donate, no. All right. So we're looking to see who has donated. If you donated, yes. If you didn't donate, okay. Yes, Sheila. Sheila is going to be for Brenda, and Julie is entered for, was it Barb? Is that who you said? Somebody have to tell me in the chat so I'll know. Let me get a drink. All right, so let me look to see who's in the raffle. So we have Eric, the Mrs. Edmondson, Diane Ditzenberger, Terry McManera, Margie, Nadine, Julie, who is in for somebody else, Janice, Robin, Ada, and Sheila, who is in for Brenda. Barb. Okay, so Julie's in for Barb. Yes, I got it. Okay. Whew. All righty. Well, I hope y'all like this. I had a lot of fun making this journal. And I'll show you. I decided to save all the extras, and I'm making a journal for myself because if I show it on here, then Margie will make sure that I don't get to keep it. But here is the journal cover for the one I made for myself. And I used one of the chipboard pieces and painted it with some glitter on top. And I did the same technique where I did on this one and added elements to the inside. This one I remembered to stamp and sign. So this is going to be my journal. So I'll be working on it. Thank you. I'm beat. We're having, I think we're having spaghetti leftovers. So I'll be working on that tomorrow. Alrighty, let's pick the winner of this journal. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today, for being a part of the live. Again, I hope you enjoyed this. Please share this with your friends and followers so that they can come hang out with us as well. Again, make sure you go over to my website, lindaisrael.com, create a user ID, and then message me that you donated for our new people that donated today. Alrighty, let's pick a winner. And the winner of this journal today is Eric. Congratulations. You haven't won a journal in a long time. Congratulations. Well, I'll put this in your subscription box. It's chunky. It's heavy. Oh my gosh, I need to weigh it to see how much it weighs. But I love the way this turned out. I hope that you enjoy it. It's not a super heavy journal cover, but I think by pairing the cardstock as the front and back on the inside signatures kind of really helps it. 2 signatures for this 1.5 inch spine makes it nice and fluffy. And again, I hope you enjoyed this one. Yay! Yeah! Yes, wave! Flail! Congratulations! Yay! Alrighty, well, I think it's time for me to get off here. Yeah, thank you, Janice. I'm like, I have to make one for myself. Yay, thank you so much. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. I really enjoy doing what I do. And again, if you'll support me by sharing this video, leaving a comment, giving a thumbs up, I greatly appreciate it. Check the description box if you want to help support me financially. You can order through my website or use some of my links to go to Amazon if you're going to be shopping anyway. And I get a little bit of credit over there as well. So, alrighty, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations to Eric. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you next Monday. Do be on the lookout for the tutorial on this cover. And I also have another tutorial that I need to write the blog post for. That should be coming soon. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everybody.